My name is Rhapsody and welcome to the new year. And with it, to this new episode of Against the Storm, we are going to be playing Prestige, I think 9? I think we were successful in the last one. Prestige 9 in this episode, or it's Prestige 8. It's one of the two. Welcome on back, everyone. Hope you all had a good New Year's celebration. With the Royal Woodlands down to the south for the start of our new Blight cycle here. The Royal Woodlands itself giving us the adjacent modifier of the Watchtower. The Royal Guard is watching over the region. Discovering Glades does not increase your hostility. So I'm thinking maybe we go here. Also, yes, Prestige 8 is what we're going to be on. So villages will work slowly, or more slowly. Villages work slower. There is a word that the game was already giving me just for free there that I could have used. Villages work slower on Glade events. I'm keen. I'm actually really keen for exactly this setup. So having the additional woodcutters will help me make more use of the Royal Woodlands extra wood. We'll also get the resin, plant fiber, and eggs while we're cutting those down, but because the trees give more wood and the woodcutters, when they are beavers, have a chance of doubling that effect, we're just going to be swimming in wood. Absolutely swimming in wood. So my mind says take the beavers, take villages work slower on glade events, and cut into every glade. If none of the glades increase my hostility, or rather, if they don't necessarily increase my hostility for discovering them, why not? They can still increase my hostility because there could be an event there that increases hostility, or I could find new villages there and increase my own hostility by taking on new villages. So it's just that discovering the glade itself no longer triggers the initial bump of hostility. Now, it is time to name a settlement. Balladaria. Balladaria. The 8th Prestige. I think we're ready for this. Also, as far as our embarkation bonuses go, it seems like vegetables are just way too efficient not to take, especially considering we're starting out with meat, berries, and mushrooms, and not likely to focus on getting food very early with the beavers alone here. Is there a world where I want the beavers and lizards? Their overlapping likes are pickled goods. Is that literally it? I think that might be the only things that the beavers and lizards overlap on, right? Because lizards like religion, beavers do not. Lizards like brawling, beavers do not. The education and alchemy, or education and drinking, leisure, are only beavers. The pie and jerky are both for lizard, but the beaver doesn't care about pie or jerky, only cares about biscuits and wine. Yeah, they may have the worst overlap that I've assessed so far in the game. I'm just going to take the beavers by themselves then. Let's take the vegetables. The idea of taking a small farm with me and having the ability to start generating some vegetables and grain is kind of neat. What about the area? So there's berries and mushrooms. If I took an herbalist camp, I would already have the ability to get both the berries and mushrooms. Sure, why not? And then for my final, I'm definitely not taking wood, hilarious. I'll be taking some roots. Let us go and explore. Set up, Balladaria. Welcome on back, everyone. Sorry about the period break there. I recorded an episode before I left for a slightly abrupt holiday. And by the time I returned, that episode was no longer capable of being published, which is to say, the game updated and refunded my run. It was like, no, sorry, we updated, so we're refunding you any of the money that you would have put into that run as well as the time. Very fair, admittedly. Resource nodes depleted during drizzle spawn fertile soil. Good to see. We can also see looming darkness under an open sky, so from hostility 1 upwards, unless we have housing, we'll get -5 penalty to resolve. -2 global resolve during the storm for each dangerous and forbidden glade discovered. It's also insatiable hunger for eating twice, and charged rain for the possibility of killing our creatures. Complex food and services is a way to prevent that, though. Alrighty then. Let's have a look at what we can put down. I mean, immediately they're giving us the offer of a carpenter here. So the carpenter is best stocked by beavers. Huge push in that direction already. Sure, it's no lumber mill, the ability to turn 3 wood into 2 planks, but I don't need to turn little wood into many planks because I'm gonna have so much wood. What I really want, however, is the ability to then turn those planks into simple tools, immediately getting the solution for both plank construction and most of the solution towards getting simple tools, because all I'm gonna need is crystallized dew or copper bars after this point. Absolutely carpenter. It also gives us access to the housing for the beavers very effectively because they like planks. They like living in them. The furnace would give me bricks and copper bars at the exact same time. I need to deeply consider this before I move on. So carpenter definitely needs to go down. I want it as close to and facing the warehouse if possible here. Because basically people should just be walking across the street, picking stuff up, and then dropping them off. I mean, I guess I could do it like that. That's still pretty short. Gives me the ability to put another building on the inverse on the other side, sure. Also, this can't even be constructed yet because we need 8 planks and 3 fabric, which we should probably hasten our way towards. So I'm gonna get a crude workstation, pop that down here. You can make 8 planks, you can make 3 fabric. Not capable of making the fabric yet, but that'll come. Time to get 2 woodcutters camps down as well. Go, 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 go! Chop, chop, friendos! I do believe we probably need to construct that up towards that as well. I'm gonna go for the instant pause, save myself absolute milliseconds right here. I always kind of find it mentally worthwhile in the early game. Okay. Time for our first specialization, our first cornerstone. Meat specialization. Meat production increases by +1 every time it's produced. There's also gain 3 mushrooms for every 10 grain produced from moldy grain seeds. There is 5 pigment for every 10 insects produced, and blood price contract. Gain 10 amber every time a villager dies or leaves. I honestly don't want any of these except for meat specialization, and meat specialization I will only want if I find an early source of meat. Otherwise, I completely don't want any of those. However, I think I can hold off on picking this cornerstone until I break into my first glade, which I intend to do here in the first season. Okay, so we get some tillable soil. We do get some meat stuffs, effectively. I don't know if that's enough to stop me. Or rather, I don't know if that's enough to bolster the action of actually attempting to get the meat specialization that early on. Distant journey. You want me to break into 5 glades and you'll give me a brickyard for it? You'll give me a brickyard, 30 copper bars, and 5 stone every minute. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. I have 5 minutes to do this. 1, 2, easy ones. 3, 4, 5. The main problem here is the ones that I want to break into. There's 3 of them that are close by. And then I have to go pretty far afield to try and get the other ones. I'm worried I might not even be able to do it, even if I just go for it. That said, it does give us stone per minute. And worth noting, Brickyard is actually really powerful for us right now because the Brickyard gives us the bricks as well as crystallized dew. So if I can't get access to copper bars, if I can't get, in fact, I may not be able to get access to copper on this map. Yeah, there's no copper on this map, so we have to use crystallized dew. So we want that Brickyard, which means I'm trying to do this order. Let's do it. Let's see if we get another one that wants us to open glades. Thank you. Might as well. Clearing glades. I mean, I'm going to end up having to do that as a result of these other ones as well. I almost feel like at this point, it's definitely worth me re-rolling here. Getting a bit aggressive. I'm going to roll once again. Giant vegetables, prosperous archaeology, spices, and value-added tax. I could take spices. So there's a non-zero chance I try and go with spices here, right? Let's think about that for just a moment. So if I went spices, I would immediately be taking the herb garden because the herb garden gives us roots and herbs. Both of those would increase. I'm turning down the furnace because I know I've already got bricks and I know I've already got copper as long as I succeed the other mission, which means that I take the herb garden and literally all I would need is flour creation and biscuit creation. That's 2 more buildings that I require, but that's possibly my first 2 blueprints if we're really lucky. I don't love it. But this does give us a way to guarantee that everyone eats forever. Taking that, and taking the herb garden. Follows up with workshop, which only has fabric for us at this point, so it's definitely not relevant. Clay pit, interesting. Clay and reed, and it's using rain, spark dew rather as its input. Okay, this... I mean, gosh, should I? I think I have to break into one dangerous glade right now. I'm also gonna have to be very careful about cutting as few trees as possible. Save myself as much time as possible. Okay, it looks like... Seriously? All of our planks are... Oh, right, we would have already delivered the planks to the carpenter, no? What's... Why have I got no planks? What happened? Oh. Unfortunately, we don't have the trapper's camp, but this would have been relevant. The slick shell broodmother out here with the meat specialization available for us. You want incense, cosmetics, packs of provisions. Packs of provisions. Can I do that right now, actually? Make sure post go there. Pack of provisions from those, making up to a limit of 8. Yep, we can prepare for that event. I can't really afford to take woodcutters off of woodcutting at any point right now. They're kind of essential, those workers. There's a rain mill out. Wait, the rain mill is my flower creation. Oh, baby. 4 fabric and 4 planks gives me the ability to get the ruins rebuilt as well for the sake of Lost in the Woods. As long as I complete Distant Journey, I'm going to be ecstatic about this start. If I can't complete Distant Journey, you know, it's going to be more of that kind of a start. Okay, I do need to invite new folk in immediately. Do I want to prioritize that? The big problem is that just, I need more people for helping me. No, I'll get those people later. Okay. Nestle, there we go. And build a road out there. Okay, so this will give us glade number 3. And then I think I want to go for just these 2 up here, ideally. It's not gonna be super easy the whole time, unfortunately. Come on, that narrow strip right there, if you would, please. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. They do now have a relatively long path to get all the way back to base, unfortunately, which is the thing that I think I find myself most threatened by. I just saw a thing that is now making me deeply panic. I can only complete this mission. It takes 3 minutes to complete this mission, the Ancient Shrine, and it's gonna kill 5 villagers if I fail it. So I need these 2 to finish, deliver, and then immediately start the mission, and then I need the mission to take basically 0 time. Forced delivery, forced delivery. There we go. Stop, stop. The 2 of you go there, and then it's not gonna happen in time. There's no way. Right? Oh my god, we are 3 seconds ahead of the threat completion. Oh, I'm so glad that I took the extra person off to work on the makeshift goods there, otherwise I wasn't gonna complete that. Of course, it's really, really hampered my speed up here, unfortunately. I'm not gonna be able to get Distant Journey. Unless I go for, like, a second Dangerous Glade just before the start of the storm. This could screw me. But I don't really have that many choices right now. I really thought I was gonna be able to afford to take the early risk of, you know, opening that many glades just because I had, you know, the beavers and every, oh god. That's really, really saddening. I mean, there's no reason to complete that if, yeah. At least it doesn't cost me as much as it otherwise could have. Because imagine the world where I do all of that, and the entire time, I'm getting more hostility. What this has really done is just to forced me to play an aggressive opener. I lose a order for it, but I should really be able to pick that all back up, just in terms of speed. The fact that we ultimately also aren't gonna actually lose 5 people to the Ancient Shrine, I mean, my god. Incredible, huge, ridiculous, marvelous, spectacular, super. Oh man, that was way too close for comfort. Although, we do get some crystallized dew, we get some scrolls, we get a couple good things, a couple goodies out of it. It's 1 Glade event. So Glade event, the thing doesn't count, right? Oh, this counts as a Glade event though. Wow, I'm gonna have the other missions complete really early as well. Kind of atypical for me. You know, we're about to start the storm. I'm gonna take the both of you off, put you in the small encampment. Go get me some more beavers and lizards, please. Now, we're already under Looming Darkness for this season, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to get the brickyard. So now I do still need, well, not copper bar production necessarily. We can get clay consistently as a natural resource on this map. I need brick. I need fabric. I need crystallized dew. And I need pies. I suppose I'm probably going to end up re-rolling from the reputation there. That's currently on offer. Kind of expected I was going to be taking more people off of wood cutting in order to fill our other spaces like the crude workstation there, but I guess we are getting some people from the small encampment. So we're not exactly falling behind. This rain mill is, yeah, not going to be buildable for just a bit yet, unfortunately. Let's put 2 of you in here. It's 8 and 3 that I wanted you to make. That'll make the carpenter, and then I can use that for all of our ongoing wood stuffs. Ooh, this will give us the human. Yeah, I'll take the fabric and the coal and the human. All 3 of those are better than the planks that are offered on the other side there. Let's also look at our new Cornerstone pickup. Global production is 50% faster, but trading is unavailable. I'm actually kind of tempted to go for the desert caravans here. Trading is really powerful, but I literally only just built the trading post and I have no missions based around it. I'm gonna do it. Deserted caravans, no trading for me, but all production is 50% faster. So hopefully that picked this early helps us get off on such a good start that no one can really challenge us. Okay. Let's get more of you back into the woodcutters camp. Makeshift post, don't really need to stock that at all. In fact, unlikely to need the makeshift post again. I will dismantle the makeshift post. It is possible that I need it again, it's just not that likely. Ruins rebuilt or managed, sure. And we've still got a bunch of workers not doing anything at the moment, which I thought we'd already resolved mostly. Oh, right. 3 fabric is in here. There's the planks. Have you got the planks to deliver yet? No, apparently not. Additional 2 for that. So, we're getting pretty close to being able to salvage the rain mill. Like, if I put 1 person on the rain mill and then start sending them over there, they'll eventually bring back the right resources and we'll be fine. I am ultimately going to need bricks at some point, so I should get a stone carver's camp out. Food's increasingly going to be a problem for us because I just do not have any support for it at the moment. There we go. Now that those are delivered, I think, in fact, it's just delivery and construction to get that rain mill back. Which is our flour production on lock. And the flour production only requires roots as an input. So the herb garden up here is also going to be very, very handy. Into the wilds for 5 glades opened. Hilarious. Cut through to discover 3 dangerous or forbidden glades. Honestly, I'm pretty likely to... Well, I'm pretty likely to do both of these, frankly. I guess 5 parts means more to me. The 10 amber is also kind of okay because it still gives us the ability to reroll. Meat treats. +2 to jerky production. Most people on our map at the moment do like jerky. 5 starter probably a little less useful for us, but let's just check how our Blightrot's going. None. No Blightrot. We're Blightrotent. Okay. Take you both out of the crude workstation at this point. Oh, wait. No, hang on. One of you can go back just to deliver those. Then make the carpenter so that I can turn the plank creation in the crude workstation entirely off and just run the carpenter. Beauty. I'll happily let you go all the way up to 50 planks at any one point in time. Without hesitation. We also definitely need a herb garden up now. There we go. I'll come up a treat in a moment. Actually, if I... There we go. Slightly move that. I can make a better position for a path all the way up to our farm. Or garden, as the case may be. With this ruin, we will have the Lost in the Woods mission complete. 5 packs of building... I'm getting the building materials from the rain mill. So I'm not going to need to rebuild the... rebuild the makeshift post, thankfully. You know, given that I am still lacking fabric and bricks at this point, I think workshop is much more reasonable. Ah. Unfortunately, the crude workstation is now unburnable. That's exactly where I don't want that to be. Well, that's okay. I think crude workstation is pretty happy still to be in this position. Turn plank production off there because I can specialize at it elsewhere. And its initial investment is 6, 6, and 6, so you can make up to a total of 6 of each of these. And then not a lick more, you hear? I don't think I need any more clay at the moment, so I'll take our 2 workers off of clay, our 2 lizard workers off of clay, that is, and pop them into the crude workstation to try and hasten the appearance of our next workstation. Lost in the Woods is now ready, so we get +1 to clay and stone production, as well as 6 simple tools, and a reputation, giving us an initial point. In Clothier? Clothier would give me the ability to give coats to the humans and the beavers very, very easily, and they'd be pretty happy about it. That said, I have 1 location a Trapper's Camp would be sick in. I honestly don't think the Trapper's Camp is even worth it just for that. Okay. So... now... well, I mean, housing is extremely overdue. I think I will go with the Clothier here. Keeping everyone absolutely sodden, dripping like hell, is a really, really good way for me to make everyone smile enough that I do not have to worry about negatives otherwise incurred. I mean, there's no use making the flour preemptively at the moment, but... copper ore? We're getting some of that, apparently. From whence it arrives, I have no clue. A couple folks stopping that shop, though. I mean, they just need to get a little bit more plant fiber. Just a little bit more fabrical to us. You can see the food number is still going down, and I still have no plan to bring that back up, unfortunately. Oh. We do actually have enough fabric now. I think I might need my Blight post pretty soon also. Where are you, buddy? Light post. Yeah, I don't immediately need it, but I'm gonna need this soon enough that prioritizing it like this does not harm my soul even moderate inch. grain mill out there. I mean, I can just charge the herb garden with these two people, but I mostly need to be building at the moment. Speaking of mostly need to be building at the moment, really good opportunity to take all of my woodcutters off of woodcutting. Freeing up a lot more workers for us. Go, construct everything I've set up. Excellent. Here comes our workshop. And in doing so, the other one never needs to be used again. Drop all of its resources. We'll destroy it as soon as we have the available opportunity to do so. This workshop should honestly probably inherit some people who aren't doing anything else at the moment so that they can start making as much as they can for the fabric and bricks. Prepare me for housing in the next season. Trying to move more and more people to having something to do when I find more and more people are otherwise stagnant. So with our 5 packs of building materials, I'm going to also access, or rather hit clearing glades, giving us 4 new villages at the start of this new year, as well as 3 parts, 30 jerky, and another reputation point. Please give me the ability to bake pies. Biscuits! Sorry, that's what I wanted! That's it! Cookhouse. That's biscuits. Look, it's not the best biscuit production in the entire video game. I'm not gonna tell you it is, but it is good. Gosh, I do just want to put this like immediately above our main warehouse. Turn that off, turn that off. Obviously, you'll be using herbs as your secondary. We haven't really been running the farm for long at all, by which I mean any at all, so it's gonna take a little bit until it's actually doing stuff consistently, you know. Let's make some more simple tools also. The woodcutters camps are completely empty at this point still. Guess I am about to get more folk. So they've arrived. With 24 herbs as well, and 3 humans. That's kind of what I want, so that I can fill up my herb garden with specialists in those humans. Forest mitigation is each newly completed glade event lowers hostility by 10. If I lower hostility by 10 every time I complete a glade event, and I don't increase hostility by finding new glade events, eventually I'm getting to the point that there is no hostility. I'm taking forest mitigation. I think that's a great idea. I also want this harvester's camp to start producing some fiber for us so that I can start making fabric, so that I can start using that in a clothier, but I digress. With 3 folk not working from the lizard camp at the moment, should try and figure out what they would want to do. So going to consumption control, I immediately need to tell people, don't eat anything that I can turn into flour, because I would like to turn it into flour. Can free 2 beavers from a workshop there, giving them the ability to take up something a little bit more meaningful. Guess this is kind of maximum utilization for us at the moment. Not thrilled about it, but it's doing okay. I feel like I've done like a really, really quick, really, really large expand of my terrain. I'm not paying for it, but I'm also not really utilizing it as much. As soon as the biscuits come online, I'm going to change my tune instantly. I'm going to be singing an entirely different song, but until such a point, grumble, 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 grumble. Light post incapable of being created because we don't have enough bricks. We do have enough bricks, we just can't deliver them at the moment. Because we haven't got anyone to do it. Now that we have idle workers here, I am more than willing to remove them from the task as soon as they are completed. Don't make building materials. If you're coming back here, come back here to pick up the flour and then bugger off. There we go. So see now see how we're low on food and no one's eating and it's my fault? Yeah, me too. I didn't have anything else to say about that. At least 12 villages with the jerky need fulfilled for 120 seconds. If only I took that when I had more jerky still available for everyone. Because I think that would... Oh no, I only have a total of 10 people who can even have jerky need fulfilled at the moment, so... Never mind. I return flawless. I mean, look, I would love to make some coats. Let's just get one of you in there. High level corruption! Finally! I can justify my blight post I created. This stonecutter's camp's gotta be done soon, right? Deposits, not done yet. How much plant fiber I need at this point? Probably not that much more than that. Definitely don't need more clay at the moment. Okay, we're taking the two of you off of clay, putting you both in blight post production. Make me proud. Okay, I do have one free worker. Maybe I need to free up a couple more because cookhouse is important and a high priority for us. Where are all of my... One of you, two of you in the workshop? All of my lizards, that was going to be. The two of you in the workshop are, like, crucial, but you could be replaced by someone else, I imagine. I'm gonna take... actually, the carpenters are completely done. I'm gonna take the carpenters out, replace y'all, and then that gives me 3 lizards on hand to just go into the cookhouse as soon as that's ready. Immediately solves the problem of their low resolve, but we're also going to be solving that again. Pretty soon, at least. I mean, they don't eat biscuits, but I guess no one's really eating food at the moment, unfortunately. Near to base, I can also forage these, I suppose. Try and get some eggs to tide over the gap until my biscuits are online. Once I actually get like a couple charges of spices, it's over. They happen so quickly. I feel like the storm is going to be a pretty tough time for us. Yeah. Yeah, it just feels true. I'm gonna get lizards in the trapper's camp because I think it's still really important for them. I'm going to also start building lizard houses because otherwise I worry that they are going to revolt during this storm. Also need to build beaver houses as soon as possible. I'm gonna take y'all out of the clothier to help with the building at the moment because I guess that's probably the least relevant to the immediate things that people are otherwise doing. Oh, that's Trapper's camp then. Looking for Woodcutter's camp. Pop that around there. Here comes the storm. High level of corruption is... I mean, look, it's going to be counted. We are going to be able to burn them. I also don't think I need to burn all of the Blightrot cysts. Like, if I leave 3 Blightrot cysts, I'm still going to be completely okay. So, if I leave 8, am I going to be okay? Or 6 of them, am I going to be okay? So 6 of them at 720 per minute is 6 by 7, 420, and then another, so it's 540? Right? That doesn't help me. Oh, but it's 2 minutes. So it's 540 each 2 minutes, so it'll still be over. So I am gonna need to let them burn Blightrot cysts on another one of these buildings. I'm gonna allow them to burn it on the carpenter. I'm gonna turn off burning it on the workshop because the workshop now has workers move 20% faster and workers have a plus 25% chance of doubling their production. In the workshop, that's ridiculous. I'd love to keep that. That said, I would like to pull back on the amount of corruption we're otherwise going to be taking in that period. Okay, herbalist camp. I mean, I know that I'm going to be going to the rain mill and trying to mill out some more flour, so having one character off to do that seems a reasonable idea here. Got a decent amount of herbs. Flour that's really letting me down. So I guess, I mean, if I tell them, get the flour from the herbalist camp, as well as build a harvester's camp over here. I need to destroy that stonecutter's camp first, actually. So, 2 of you in the stonecutters. Is anyone else necessary to change at the moment? I mean, like, I do want to leave a bunch of freestanding workers to actually go and build all of these buildings I'm currently queuing up. Someone has to. All right. So glad that biscuits are on the menu now. Like, year 3 is pretty early to be getting, you know, relatively, I guess, consistent uses of spices. I can also open one of these with simple tools, having crafted all these simple tools earlier. I could get a pack of mushrooms as well as some food stockpiles. That seems really useful to me. Food workstation loses its final, so now I can destroy you. I mean, I can also take the 2nd level of hostility without having too much of an issue. So I'm going to stop burning wood. As long as this final lizard house comes up in a reasonable period of time, which I know it will because it's currently being worked on as the priority. We should be okay. There it is. And there it is, we are okay. The cookhouse is, as I imagined, completely out of flour to continue making biscuits at this point, but if I go to consumption control, I have told you to stop eating mushrooms as well as roots, so we can use mushrooms as an input for the rain mill. Then, guess I don't need anyone in the cookhouse at the moment. This workshop, I think I will just replace both of y'all so that I have some freestanding woodcutters to go back on the woodcutting job, which is still very important to them. As for the blight posts, I'll make the next of it and then take both workers off. Cornerstone arrives of you'll gain 15 amber every time a new group of villagers arrives, but you'll lose all stored amber upon picking it. I have no stored amber. Gain 1 global resolve for every 2 impatience points. All buildings cost 40% less. This is really, really, really powerful. I'm going to be taking Stormwalk attacks just because it's cool, and I can take it without a downside at this point. In fact, here's even some more upside. Boom, bunch of money. Now I can re-roll any of the blueprints I want. I don't know why I've decided that's dastardly or devious. And demands a nastiness in the voice. But I guess I have, so it shall be. Yeah, I could move the Clothier, it's not super important. I put one of you back in the Clothier to continue. Just want to get all of my woodcutters camps refilled so that I can actually continue to expand the land that we're working with here. I guess I will pre-create. I've already got 5 of them? That's far more than I need to pre-create there. You know, I really want the small foragers camp to finally go over in the other direction. As soon as this clay deposit's gone, I can have that. Obviously, more root production gives me faster production of our flour. Feeding back into the entire builds we're doing here. I think it's about the right position for us to get some fast deliveries here. Stonecutter camp has nothing nearby. Thank you, finally. I'll take you apart. This building will now be constructed. And I'll even have a path out to it for a gain. Maximum speed of taking those back to our central warehouse, if you will. I can also now focus on getting a little bit of aesthetic work done here in the base. For our +3 to global resolve, keeping the lizards even further bolstered from sadness. I mean, it feels like 2 of you should probably go into the carpenter and continue making planks. Especially because I am about to start making the beaver houses, which are going to drain us of planks. I feel like I might even want a 3rd woodcutter's camp at this point. The fact that I can afford one, I think is enough of a sign for me. Take one more out of the rain mill, and then as soon as this woodcutter's camp comes up, it's go time. Oh, they've finally decided to construct it. Thank you. Oh, we have too many in reserve for our rain mill at the moment. I'm going to take harvesters out of the harvesters camp and send them over. Start working on that flour. That also means that I have excess flour in the pipe at the moment. I think it's appropriate to take both of the trappers off of their job at the moment. Just the 2 of you? Just the 2 of you might be enough. Although, I'm actually gonna completely go against that and give you all 4, noting that the faster we cook 75 biscuits, the faster we get way better resolve, or way better rewards for all of our root farming and all of our herb farming, which then feeds back in, so forth. So on and so forth, etc., etc. Beaver houses, eh? I mean, that looks like so much tillable soil over there, but it's so few spaces. I don't think I would want to build a farm just next to that. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna use that space right now to construct houses for beavers, because that's essential. We need 70 of these buildings down ultimately. Guess I'll settle for the 6 that I can get at the moment. I could slightly change that number if I'm willing to put a beaver house down in a position where it kind of breaks the design of the space. Guess I'm okay with that. Gotta be. I really don't know what I'm putting in this space yet. It's directly across from the main warehouse, which is why it's so important that I put something actually fundamentally useful there. It's the only reason I haven't just immediately filled it with decoration. I think that would work for decoration. And then like barrels on that corner, setting up for a set of 3 pipe endings coming out the back of the Blight house. Okay, so that should give me my 2nd level of Ancient Hearth immediately as well. Finally got some carpenters to actually do the work. Actually, if I'm celebrating the fact that I finally have some people to actually do the work that I'm constantly waiting on, I'm really kind of telling on myself. Saying that I need to be taking more workers off of some other jobs. I'm doing some jobs right now that just do not need to be done. This herbalist camp down here, I mean, you know, it doesn't have a secondary position, and I can now delete it. More than happy to get rid of that one, obviously. Don't really need people in the harvesters camp. Light post is already pre-produced. The Clothier doesn't need anyone at the moment as well, actually. Although, with 1 person, we are kind of staying up to date on the requirements of the entire society, so maybe it's worth it. Choose a couple more orders. Blinding Rush for building materials. You'll give me a brewery for it, as well as +5 to ale production. Or, if I can make another 15 packs of building materials in that time, I should. I don't think I can at all. So including delivery time, it takes 18 seconds in order to make a set of 2 packs of building materials. So for 15 of them, 16, so it's 8 instances. So 8 instances of 20 seconds. So that is 2.5 minutes plus delivery time for them to get them, the initial tools to make it. I think I can do this. And if it gives me the ability to make ale and then make ale at like +5 production, That gives humans and beavers so much of an advantage immediately. They're taking so long emptying it. I need you to bring over all the bricks. Otherwise this mission's doomed. Right? I still have enough bricks to do all of this, I'm pretty certain. Come on, produce doubles on any of these, please. Here begins the storm time. My opportunity to take all of my workers and reappropriate them elsewhere. That'll take us down to just one. Time for the builders to build. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna complete Building Rush with almost no problem whatsoever. There it is. And immediately turn off your ability to do that. I don't want you making any more of them now. And go back to flour, please. Building Rush complete. Gives us 5 Wildstone essences. Gives us the brewery, gives us +5 to the main production that occurs in that brewery of ale. Yep. Yep, this is good. Move the barrel down there, and then here go brewery. See, all works out in the end. And if I move that out of the way, I can now create 1, 2, and if this goes even further out of the way, I can make the... Oh no, it's not final human houses. The final beaver house, and then I also need another final human house, unfortunately. But that should cover it. Gonna need to get people back into the workshop as well as the carpenter in order to actually provide for this. I don't think... Yeah, we're not currently gonna be corrupted in any way. Yeah, no need to worry about Blightrot before the end of the season. I mean, this small foragers camp, I can just free up a couple of lizards to go back to the trappers camp. Should have done this all, I guess, much earlier in this season. Alas, do what we can. And focus exclusively on that. God, that's so much wood. I finally got my first... Oh, there we go. The second trigger just occurred for spices. I just need a little bit more land. Okay. We exit into a new day. It's time to get woodcutters and put them in camps. See, the thing is, I don't need to expand into another glade at all, ever, theoretically, in order to have the infinite biscuit production, infinite clothing production. Really, what I'm expanding for is just so that I can get new reputation triggers. So that I can actually, you know, win. You know how the reputation triggers are kind of required for the winning? Yeah. I mean, I guess I can take all of you out of the cookhouse at the moment. To you back in the woodcutters. Guess you go back to the workshop as well. Take one of you out of the harvesters. Easy. Also, a new Cornerstone has arrived. -40 hostility for every hub upgraded to neighborhood or higher. Is the only one here that stands out to me even slightly. I'll take it. Not extremely happily, as you might hear in the resignation of my in that same period of time, but it's fine. I'm not going to be mad to have it, especially if I can actually establish a secondary base that's worth a damn. Speaking of establishing a secondary base that's worth a damn. When would I do that? Open caches. I do intend to open 4 more caches like that, and I do not have berries to produce. So open 4 caches of any size found in the forest in order to get 10 more Glade events, or 10 more items carried towards Glade events. Sounds good to me. New clothes. Have at least 18 villages with clothing need fulfilled for 120 seconds. Gives it +1 to leather production, 20 fabric, as well as +2 to coat production. I'm just going to take that, and we're going to complete it in 120 seconds. Some new folk arrive. This is the opportunity for me to get even more woodcutters? Even more beavers? I do really like them, is the thing, though. I tend to find I always want more beavers, because of the woodcutting camp and the carpenter especially. Okay. Just gonna leave him to roam around for a bit. Get some building done. Get familiar with the turf. High level of corruption's been reached, but that's okay. We are reasonably well prepared for that already. And now that the cookhouse has given us this back on the menu, let's get 2 lizards to start creating in there. Last root deposits, taking its sweet time to exhaust. Really thought I had way more building material than this. As though most of these were just instantly going to get constructed. New clothes. Revealing that to be an obvious falsehood. Rain mill I already have. Tinctury I do not need. Manufactory I do not need. Alchemist's hut for crystallized dew production would be nice, but not essential. I'm re-rolling. Forester's hut. Unfortunately, all of the tile space that I have for farming should go towards herbs and roots. Forester's hut is such a good way to get crystallized dew. I almost feel like I have to re-roll again, but I am looking for crystallized dew. And this is a way to do it without requiring, like, even parts. I don't have to make a rain maker. I'm gonna take the foresters. Please exhaust this field during this season so that it gives me some soil. Oh, that's not much soil. I wanted more. Sure, a wee bit greedy, but I wanted more. Dang it. Small trapper's camp has nothing nearby. Fair enough. I mean, I can move that. How much do I want the rewards that it's even providing for us at this point? Like, almost not at all. Cookhouse is completely on top of making that flour. And are we not really running out of the resources we're using to make it? Although we are going to run out of it very quickly. How's my herb? 70? Can I set like camp maximums? Like, If you've made more than 100 herbs, then go make roots. No, it looks like I can't, unfortunately. Time to free up a couple of the lizards to get in that blight post and enjoy saving our lives for us. Forester's Hut is ultimately what I want to put in a position like this. Do I want to do that really early? Like it won't have much soil at all, is the thing. Am I okay with that? So this trapper's camp. Ooh, so much extra soil up here. This trapper's camp definitely wants to get destroyed. And I definitely want to turn all of that into farmland. But if this herb garden was in the direct center of all of that, I like it. One more house for beavers, one more house for the lizards. The houses are currently constructing, they're just not doing anything. Let's move these over, soften our way up towards another couple of the places that I could expand. Grand. Have a go at that. Biscuits, nothing. What's happening here? Do I just not have enough lizards working to make those biscuits at all times right now? It is entirely, honestly, deeply likely, not just possible, but deeply likely, that I end up putting a secondary cookhouse directly next to the first. Although I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of the excess biscuits after a point. Like, as soon as everyone's constantly eating biscuits, I can't sell them. I think it'll be okay. I trust. How many? You know what? I'm gonna make the second one right now. Also, like, absolutely, I'm gonna put 2 more people back in the... Oh, no. Thought the workshop had run out of materials making these houses. Evidently not. Very deeply surprised by that. Okay, one more final house for the lizards, and that'll keep us covered for everyone having a house over their head. Excellent. Oh, looks like we've also got a small forager's camp that could be moved. This is where a lot of my root production has been coming from as well. So I am a little worried to remove that, to be entirely honest. I will remove it. At the start of the next season, I think I'm going to break into a Glade. I'm going to need to start thinking about stuff like that more consistently again. Carpenter, still don't have the ability to make the crystallized dew. Still don't have the ability to make copper bars. Crystallized dew is foresters, which I still... I guess I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and run a foresters that has like basically no soil. It's gonna be very embarrassing, and I'm probably never gonna do it again. But this will be my test that gives me the information that tells me whether or not it's something I should consider ever again. Final order. Luxuries for the Citadel. Pack of luxury goods. gives me way better rewards than the other one. And I'm gonna have to make luxury goods regardless in order to get that complete. Okay. Let's have a look at our recipes panel. Yes. Yes. I can make packs of luxury goods, thankfully. I can make them out of scrolls, so 4 is to 28, right? No. Yeah, 4 is 28, is 7. So 7 to... I can make 14 packs of luxury goods. I can get about halfway towards luxuries for the Citadel. If I made some scrolls, however, I cannot make some scrolls. What else could I make for packs of luxury goods? Because that might be a mission that I want to actually hoist my way towards quite quickly. Wine, training gear, incense, cosmetics, and ale. I can currently not... I can make ale. Yes, I can make ale. And it costs 4 ale to make 2 packs of luxury goods. So I need 60 ale in total. Actually very, very easy to make. Oh, right, Storm, of course. I should get some people off of the cutting related crafts. In fact, I can leave one of you if I burn a single stack of wood, which I am happy to do. I will also throw you into the blight posts to save us, please. And sure, into the Clothier. We can throw another one to the brewery. It's not like I'm doing that much building in this season. In stark contrast to other such seasons. Oh, baby. +4 to roots production, +4 to herbs production. Usually now I would focus on also getting a bunch of provisions from the herbs and then trading, but we can't do that. We haven't got trading available because it's all deserted caravans. But ultimately, this gives us the ability to be self-sufficient. This gives us the ability with +50% production and also the things that we have that actually ramp in power to create our own society that we will then foster external satellite societies with, although it will take us a moment to get there, so in the brief meantime, let me say that my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Against the Storm. There is a series playlist on the top left, YouTube recommendation down below, streaming past other names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the thank tier. A special thanks this episode to Yannick. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.